Good morning, guys. It is the second day of our podcast. It is Friday, September the 16th already. The time is flying. So it really makes you, or it should cause you to say and think, gosh, what are we doing with our lives? What's going on today? What are we doing that makes us happy? What is fulfilling? I'm just having one of those mornings. I'm a little foggy. We got together last night with some friends. A very good friend of ours is getting married at the beginning of next month. And we just went out and had a drink. And I really don't drink. Not like I used to. I used to enjoy wine. And now it's on very few occasions. Because I mostly am very quiet, and I don't know, I used to say wine was my happy drink, and that when I drank it, it was because the occasion called for it. I have always been one to never use alcohol as a crutch. Anyway, long story, been there, done that with others. Anyhow, I'm just feeling a little foggy this morning, I think, because I went out and had pizza and I had a beer, and I don't do that. Anyhow, so yeah, what are we doing today? Day number 2 of my YouTube, my little podcast, My Life According to Me, Friday, September the 16th. I don't know, when I went on my walk this morning with my dogs, I saw 3 crows. I've probably told you guys this before, but I love crows. Love them. They're a good omen, a good sign. And that's a blue jay, and he's going, hey, blue jays count too. Where the hell are the peanuts? Gotta go to the store this weekend and buy peanuts. Which leads me to my next thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and it is birdseed. I know that not all birdseed is created equal, especially according to your birds, what birds you are feeding. I have blue jays, I have chickadees, I have titmouse birds, one's little gray ones with little pointy heads. There's one looking at me right now and says, "You're at my table." Neighbor dog is barking. There goes my little dog. And anyway, yeah, you're sitting at my table and I can't eat. So what I want to talk to you guys about is, it just seems like, and this is true, unfortunately, with dog food and cat food on the market, and people food, if you are not mindful about what you eat. Filler, all these extras that they put into the food to bulk it up, to fill it up, to flavor it up, to maybe, dare I say, make less of the good stuff for you and add all the cheaper stuff, bulkier, to make it seem like you're getting more. That's a thought. But let me see if I can show you guys. Bear with me here. Let's see. If you look at this food. Do you see it? Do you see the sunflower seeds? That's awesome. But look at all the corn. Look at this right here. See that pile? That is ridiculous. You see that? That is left over from this food that I have been buying that the birds don't give a crap about. Literally, they leave it behind. So, and I saw the crows. I said to them, come to my house. I've got corn, because I know crows love corn. And I love crows. I wouldn't mind. I love crows. I love doves. I love pigeons. I love birds. Birds are extremely peaceful, in fact. But I do have a gripe right now with this seed. The birds will come along and they will eat the sunflower seeds and they leave the rest. And I feel terrible. The neighbor dog is out, yeah, and my little Eddie is going nuts. And let me see if I can show you guys this right here. Look what I have growing here. Can you see all that? Those are pumpkins. Do you see the pumpkins? I have got a massive amount of pumpkins here. This year the pumpkins were such a surprise to us. Everything else didn't do so well, or it got, it's like anything else. You need a balance with heat and water. We had at least 2 good weeks of extremely hot weather. And I mean hot as in over 100 degrees, ridiculous. There were some days that reached 113, 114, insane. I mean, that a steady regimen or routine of that will not be helpful to anyone. And so the tomatoes, it's kind of like we had a burst and then they pooped out. They stopped giving, they dried up, turned yellow, and now they're coming back. Their foliage is coming back on some of them over there. But, you know, I don't know, here we are in September and I don't think I can expect anything more. So anyway, my kids and I are going to work on our yard this weekend. You know, being outside is good, as I'm always telling you guys. It's very helpful. The trees are glorious. When you come upon trees, give them a hug, speak to them. I know that I do on my walks. And last night where we were at, there's these banyan trees. Look up banyan trees. Absolutely magnificent trees. And they're filled with lights. Glorious. I was in heaven. So every tree that I passed, I grabbed it and I said hello to it and I put my arm around it and I went on. Anyhow, so yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? Well, it's important to have dreams, goals. Change that word goal to dream. We have dreams. Do something every day to work on those dreams. On my walk this morning, because it is starting to be that time of year, I find acorns, and I love acorns. They are all so unique. The color differentiation between the caps and their little bodies, just the most gorgeous. Taupes, shades of brown, burnt orange, camel. Yeah, the little bird is looking at me like, hey, you put food out, you need to move. So I'm going to make my video short so that I can move for the little titmouse to come and eat the sunflower seeds. But anyway, I want to wish everyone a wonderful Friday. Gosh, a wonderful weekend. And I hope that you're doing something to feed your soul today and every day, and that you're working on your dreams, that you've got your vision board, you've got your journal, and you have time in your day to just be with yourself and be peaceful. You know, think about you and think about your heart space and what you can do for others. Even if it's a small thing, it's something beautiful, and make sure that it's loving. And if it's from your heart space, it is loving. And I believe that if we all would live from our heart space, the world would be a better place. I believe that with all of my heart. I feel that, if I may for a moment stray here, what was I saying to my daughter this morning? This is when you realize, you've got to get quiet and realize this. Take yourself by the hand and say, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing for me? Yes, I hear you. He's telling me to move too. The Blue Jays are amazing around here. What am I doing for myself? And if we would be good to ourselves. And that means unplugging. Unplugging from your TVs, unplugging from, the commercialism out there around you, that 3D life that the people in control are trying to get you to do. That's what you want to do, the opposite of that. You want to listen. What's in here? What's in Teresa's heart? Well, what is in my heart? My life according to me, because this is my life. This is not your life. If you have to go out every day and you have to drive the freeways, which is murderous in itself to your mental state, your heart state, your stressful state, it's very bad. That one's a hard one. The lovely classical music stations put on music for when you're in traffic. Well, make up your own tapes. And, they have AirPods these days, and listen to that. Whatever little things you can do to bring yourself some peace, be mindful of that as you get yourself to your destination. But for me, turn off the TV, stop looking at the commercials, surround yourself with nature, the birds. Like I told you guys back in 2017, my kids and I, we unplugged. Well, we had to, because of this was our path. It was our start over in life, and we had nobody but us. And we were homeless for a time, which that's another story. Where I live right now, I'm surrounded by homeless people. I do have a creek beyond me here, and you can hear people playing tennis, and they're happy, and I love that sound. It's music to my ears. I love to hear people laugh. I love to hear people having fun. But we do have a homeless population, which breaks my heart. And that's the thing. If everybody lived from their heart space, guys, there would be no homelessness. Correct? True? But I think because we have strayed so far into the commercialism on the planet, it is now the haves and the have-nots. There is no in between. But we started. I get off on so many topics. I know. I try to stay focused. We became extremely holistic. We got involved with the company Young Living Essential Oils, who have pure essential oils. They're pure grade, absolutely pure. Go on their site. I've got a link in my bio that you can click on. And if you go onto my Instagram, I am forceofnature_essentials. You can go there and click that link, and you can get started too. If you do buy from them, you put in my number, I do get credit. And guess what? Easily enough, if you do that, and if you set up your regular subscription, you don't have to spend a ton of money, and you don't have to gather inventory. But if you decide to start living better, more healthy mentally, and physically in your heart space, put in my number, create an account for yourself and start a subscription, even if you spent only $50 a month. I had someone say to me, in fact, someone in my family, well, it's so expensive. I said, yes, it is expensive. As long as you're buying it and buying the other crap that you don't need. Ditch the crap and switch to the good stuff. Well, that's what we did. So you set up a subscription and you start buying for yourself. You will get money too. You will get points and you will earn free oils. And it's a word of mouth thing. You show someone, they show someone. It's who you know. And you will start to make a little bit here, a little bit there, and pretty soon it will sustain itself. Trust me on that. Anyway, we started living that way, holistically. We gave up dairy, and the thing that I love is all this stuff that says it's for people who are lactose intolerant. Let me tell you guys something. Everyone is lactose intolerant because you are a human being. The milk that an animal gives is for her baby, her four-legged babies, not the two-legged people, creatures on this earth who are taking advantage of that. Habits are not needs. Say that again. Habits are not needs. There are so many wonderful products on the shelves right now that people are creatively generating and coming from their heart space with, that there are no more excuses. If you're still living in the dark ages, and I know it's hard, you can't get rid of everything. But if everybody agreed to use an electric car, you don't have to buy a Tesla, because they come out with a Tesla and yet we have no way to afford the battery. It's this kind of thing. It doesn't make sense. I believe that our world is slowly coming together, but there are affordable electric cars. I hope to have one someday. At this time, guys, I don't have a car. When I got divorced, I lost everything. I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost my furniture, I lost everything. And as I said, we were homeless. In 2017, we started climbing out of the hole, and we agreed to start off on the right feet together. And we decided to live holistically. We no longer intake dairy. We no longer intake meat. And we live plant-based. There are so many things, like I said, that you can enjoy that is plant-based, that is made from the earth, and not a poor animal to sacrifice its life for your gut. Think about that for a moment. So anyway, I will get off my soapbox, but start with yourself and doing what is good for you. Do whatever you can for yourself to make yourself happy. And like I said, if it means going to work with a gorgeous classical music in your ears to help you get to work peacefully, and agree to not gossip with people. I was in the beauty industry for 13 years. While it is a beautifully creative business and industry, it's not nice in that there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of tasteless jokes. It's like having the job of a bartender. And that's fine, but that's another whole story in itself. If you want to help people, that means listening and keeping it in and sharing with that person and loving on each other with your words and helping. But it can be one of those things where people have misfortune at times and they lean on you when they're getting their hair done or their nails done. And then as soon as they're out the door, you go and blab. Not good. So you start doing good things for yourself and start with right where you're at. Go outside. I know I'm moving. Listen to the birds. Try to find some good bird seed. I think I'm going to buy sunflower seeds and peanuts because I've got squirrels. The squirrels and the blue jays love peanuts, I'm here to tell you. Try to get some that aren't salted. As long as they're roasted, that's okay. But anyway, plant, create a garden. Jesus wants us to create a garden, and that means get your hands dirty, get your feet in it, and get outside. And mentally, it's going to be fabulous for you. It's going to touch your heart. I'm going on almost 20 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go. We will continue tomorrow with my life according to me. And I'm hoping that I can help some of you out there. And I hope that you will let me know, okay? And if you don't, that's okay. I got it out. And you listen to it. And hopefully it did something with you and helped you and inspire yourself in your day. I wish you all a beautiful day, a peaceful weekend. Get outside, get your hands dirty, plant your garden, weed your gardens. And that means your internal ones as well as your physical ones. Bye, guys. I will be talking to you tomorrow. Peace.